Customer interviews are a powerful tool in entrepreneurial education, helping students shift from guessing to discovering. But where do we begin? In this demonstration, we focus on using interviews not to validate solutions, but to test assumptions and validate the problem itself. Before stepping into roleplay, facilitators set the stage, highlighting how entrepreneurs carry assumptions into conversations and how interviews can reveal if those assumptions hold true. How do you teach students to truly understand their customer, not just pitch to them? In this video, you will see a live classroom demonstration of customer interview roleplay, where students practice validating assumptions through real conversations. This pedagogy helps learners move beyond theory and develop critical skills in listening, questioning, and uncovering real user needs. As you watch, focus on how the facilitator sets the scene, how students frame open-ended questions, and how insights are drawn from the conversations, not the ideal itself. Let's step into a classroom where students learn to stop guessing and start discovering. Before students can conduct meaningful interviews, they must understand why they are doing it. The real purpose is not to pitch an idea, but to validate assumptions and discover whether the problem is real. This principle sets the foundation. Start with clarity on purpose.
Today we will be demonstrating that how we take a customer interview for a startup idea. Today we have an entrepreneur amongst us, and he will be telling us the application which he created, which is a fitness app that helps students to manage their regular fitness regime. So are we ready, students?
Before students can conduct real interviews, they need to see how to begin with assumptions. In this next segment, we will demonstrate how to frame testable assumptions using a fictional startup and customer. This gives students a concrete example of how to translate vague idea into focused discovery.
Hi, I'm Sachin, founder of FitTrack app, an app that helps students to create exercise routines and track their progress. We believe that students face difficulty in being consistent with their exercise routines because of lack of motivation, lack of time, and difficulty in choosing the right exercise. I am hoping to know more about your exercise routine so that I can see if this app helps.
That sounds interesting. I've been trying to get better at workouts as well. So I'm curious.
Notice how the entrepreneur starts by stating an assumption that college students need and struggle with consistency. Now they will validate the assumption through questions.
Great interviews don't happen by chance. They are crafted with intention. In this segment, we focus on 3 essentials: asking the right open-ended questions, speaking to real customers, not just friends, and gathering meaningful, usable data. This principle empowers students to become thoughtful listeners, not just eager explainers.
So can you tell me your current exercise routines and how do you manage to keep yourself motivated throughout?
Honestly, I try to go to the gym a few times a week, but it's hard to stay on track given my school schedule. Sometimes I feel too tired, sometimes I forget. I am not even sure if I'm doing the right exercises either.
Focus how the entrepreneur's questions encourages the customer to share the challenges with regard to habit and maintaining consistencies.
Effective interviews don't sell solutions, they uncover problems. In this next moment, watch how the student stays curious about the user's challenge without pitching the app.
What do you think would help you to stay consistent in this exercise routine? And have you ever tried some apps and tools for it?
I have tried a few fitness apps, but they were either too complicated or didn't offer the right exercises. I usually end up skipping workouts because I don't know how to do it or how to get started even.
Here, the entrepreneur is not trying to validate the fitness app idea. They are learning more about the problem customer face. This is very, very crucial for customer interviews. Staying focused on the problem before jumping to the solution.
Customer insights are only valuable if students know how to reflect on them. This next moment shows how learners begin connecting interview responses back to their assumptions, translating raw feedback into direction.
Sounds like a lot of struggle, especially for students, especially when it comes to motivation and when it comes to keeping the consistency and exercise routine alive. And so we keep this in mind and we will update this app. Thank you for your time. It was really insightful to talk to you.
Thank you.
Great! The entrepreneur has gathered valuable insights. The customer's feedback has reinforced the assumption that students struggle with finding the right exercises and staying consistent. The insights are crucial for shaping the app's feature. The key takeaway here is the validating the problem, not just the solution, a critical part of user research. As you saw, the entrepreneur asked open-ended questions focused on understanding the customer's problem rather than pushing their solutions. This is the essence of effective customer interviews, asking unbiased, open-ended questions to uncover the customer needs.
A role play is only as powerful as the reflection that follows. In this final segment, watch how the facilitator draws out key takeaways, turning a live activity into lasting insight.
Let's review the takeaways of today. So the key takeaways from today's activities are: purpose of customer interviews. Make sure that you are validating assumptions and ensure you are solving a real problem for a target customer. Effective interview preparation. Structure your questions to focus on the problem. Avoid leading questions. Asking open-ended questions. This allows customer to provide deeper insight of the problem. And also review data. After the interview, it's important to analyze the pattern and insight which is provided by your customer.
As the role play draws to a close, it's time to turn action into understanding. In this final segment, the facilitator helps students step back and connect what they practiced to the core principles of customer discovery. Reflection transforms activity into learning.
Customer interviews are a powerful tool for validating your business idea. By talking to real customers, you can ensure that your startup is solving an actual problem. Remember, you are not selling your idea to the customer. You are trying to understand their pain points and see if solution makes sense. Keep learning, stay curious, and always get out of the building to get real feedback from the real people who matters. Great job today, everyone. Now we will discuss that how this approach we can apply in our own startup ideas.
This was just a short snippet of what real-time role play can bring into the classroom. When students step into both roles, entrepreneur and customer, they don't just learn the process, they feel the perspective. It's this shift from talking about validation to experiencing it that builds true entrepreneurial thinking. Customer interview pedagogy is not a one-time demonstration. It's a skill built through repetition, reflection, and feedback. To reinforce learning, organize 3 to 5 rounds of role play using rotating teams. In each round, one team acts as the entrepreneur, another as the customer. The facilitator highlights key moments, what worked, what was missed. Students reflect, revise, and improve with every round. By round 3 or 4, watch as students move from surface-level interviews to sharp, insight-driven conversations. That's when the real learning begins, through experience, empathy, and iteration.